The video you're about to view gives you the step-by-step instructions on how to perform the Greenville City Fire Department's Physical Agility Test. This test is to ensure that possible new hires are physically able to perform essential job tasks at emergency incidents. No firefighting experience is necessary to complete this test. Requirements for clothing and equipment are as follows: closed-toe and closed-heel footwear, long pants, shirt with sleeves, short or long, hard hat with chin strap attached, safety glasses, and gloves. Hard hat, safety glasses, and gloves are provided by Greenville City Fire Department. No watches, loose or restrictive jewelry can be worn during testing. The Physical Agility Test is a pass-fail test based on completing the test in 10 minutes or less. The test consists of 7 events with an 85-foot walk between each station to allow an approximate 20-second recovery period. No running is allowed between stations. You will wear a 42-pound vest during the entire agility test, which simulates full protective gear worn by firefighters. To ensure accuracy, at least 2 stopwatches will be used. One is used as the official time stopwatch, and the second is a backup. The testing evaluator will not lead you through the test. However, he or she will follow you through the test. The evaluator will monitor for safety, ensure correctness, and provide directions when necessary. Prior to starting the test, a set of baseline vitals will be taken for medical surveillance. If you have a systolic blood pressure of 150 or greater, or a diastolic blood pressure of 90 or greater while sitting, you will not be permitted to take the physical agility test that day. You will be allowed a warm-up and stretching period before starting the agility test. This event is designed to simulate the critical task of climbing stairs in full protective gear worn by firefighters while carrying a hose bundle. You will lift a hose bundle consisting of 50 feet of 2.5-inch hose, lifting with the legs and placing it on the right shoulder. You will then proceed up the drill tower staircase to the 6th floor without using the handrail. Return down the staircase to the 1st floor, keeping your left hand in contact with the handrail. After reaching the 1st floor, you will turn around and proceed back to the 6th floor without using the handrail. Return down the staircase to the 1st floor, keeping your left hand in contact with the handrail. Exit out the door which you entered. This concludes this event. You will then walk 85 feet to the next station. This event is designed to simulate the critical tasks of extending a dry hose line from the fire apparatus to the fire compartment and dragging an uncharged hose line around obstacles while remaining stationary in a low posture. You must grasp a nozzle attached to 200 feet of 1 3/4-inch hose, placing it over your shoulder or across your chest, not exceeding the 8-foot mark on the hose. You are allowed to run during the hose drag. Drag the hose line 75 feet around a pre-positioned barrel. Make a 90-degree turn, staying within the corridor, and proceed an additional 25 feet to the 5-foot by 7-foot box. You will then drop to at least one knee and pull the remaining 50 feet of hose line, as marked on the hose line, into the 5-foot by 7-foot box. This concludes this event. You will walk 85 feet to the next station. This event is designed to simulate the critical tasks of removing equipment from a compartment on an apparatus, carrying them to an emergency incident, and returning and replacing them back into the compartment of the apparatus. For this event, you will approach an open upper compartment of the apparatus. You will remove one saw from the compartment and place it on the ground. Remove the second saw from the compartment and place it on the ground beside the first saw. You will then pick up both saws, lifting with the legs, one in each hand, and walking 75 feet around the pre-positioned cone. Proceed 75 feet back to the apparatus and place both saws on the ground. You will then place the saws one at a time back into the compartment. This concludes the event, and you will walk 85 feet to the next station. This event is designed to simulate the critical tasks of placing a ladder at a structure fire and extending the ladder to an upper window or roof. You will start at the top rung of a 24-foot aluminum straight ladder. Squatting down, grasp the top rung, lifting with the legs. Raise and walk the ladder up without throwing the ladder until it is stationary against the wall. This will be done in a hand-over-hand method using each rung. You will then immediately proceed to a pre-positioned 24-foot aluminum extension ladder. Stand with both feet inside the marked 3-foot by 3-foot box and extend the fly section of the ladder in a hand-over-hand method until it hits the stops. Then lower the fly section back to its starting position in a hand-over-hand method. This concludes this event. Walk 85 feet to the next station. This event is designed to simulate the critical tasks of using force to breach a wall, open a locked door, or opening a roof for ventilation. You will strike the forcible entry prop using a 10-pound sledgehammer until the buzzer sounds. You will be allowed to stand on either side of the forcible entry prop. This concludes this event. Walk 85 feet to the next station. This event is designed to simulate the critical task of searching for fire victims with limited visibility in an unknown area. You will crawl from the painted line on the floor on your hands and knees through a tunnel maze that is 36 inches in height, 36 inches in width, and 50 feet long with 4 90-degree turns. There will be 6 obstacles throughout the maze you will have to maneuver through. Upon exiting the tunnel maze, continue crawling until the painted line is reached. This concludes the event. Walk 85 feet to the next station. For safety reasons, your progress will be monitored at all times during this event. This event is designed to simulate the removal of fire victims or injured firefighters from an emergency incident. You will grasp the 165-pound mannequin by the safety strap located above the head. You will use both hands to grasp the safety strap. You will drag the mannequin in a backward motion 35 feet to a pre-positioned drum. Turn 180 degrees around the drum and proceed an additional 35 feet to the finish line. The mannequin is permitted to come in contact with the drum. You are permitted to stop and reposition or adjust your hand grip during the event. The entire mannequin must be dragged completely across the finish line. This concludes the event. You will be allowed to walk around the drill tower grounds for a brief cool-down period and then proceed to the medical area for post-agility test vitals and rehydration. You will review your physical agility test score sheet with the evaluator, sign, and date. This concludes the Greenville City Fire Department's physical agility test for new hires. Failures for stair climb. During the stair climb, you will be allowed 2 times to lay the hose bundle down to adjust handhold if necessary. If at any time during the test you drop the hose bundle, this results in a failure. You must step on every step and will not be allowed to run down the stairs. If you run down the staircase, the evaluator will immediately stop the test. This results in a failure. You will receive 1 warning for missing steps. The second warning results in a failure. If there's any failure, the test time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Failures for hose drag. During the hose drag, if you fail to go around the barrel or go outside the established corridor, this results in a failure. During the hose pull, you'll be warned 1 time if at least 1 knee is not kept in contact with the ground inside the 5-foot by 7-foot box. The second infraction results in a failure. If you move outside the 5-foot by 7-foot box, you will be warned once. The second infraction results in a failure. Any failure and the time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Failures for equipment carry. You will be allowed to set the saws on the ground to readjust your grip at any time during the event. If you drop either saw during the event, this results in a failure. If you run at any time during the test, you will get 1 warning. The second infraction will constitute a failure. If you fail to set both saws on the ground before placing them back into the compartment, this results in a failure. Any failure and the time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Failures for the ladder raise. If you miss any rung or throw the ladder during the raise, you will receive 1 warning. The second infraction will result in a failure. If you allow the ladder to fall to the ground or the safety line is used because of a failure to maintain grip or control of the ladder, this results in a failure. If you fail to use the hand-over-hand method or your feet do not remain inside the 3-foot by 3-foot box, you will receive one warning. The second infraction will result in a failure. If you lose control of the halyard at any time during the extension or lowering of the fly section, this results in a failure. Any failure and the time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Failures for ventilation. Loss of control of the sledgehammer or releasing it with both hands while swinging it will result in a failure. If you fail to activate the buzzer on the forcible entry prop, this results in a failure. With one failure, the test time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Failure for search. A request for assistance from the evaluator, which requires the evaluator to raise the safety escape hatch on the maze, will result in a failure and the test time is concluded. You will fail the agility test. Failures for rescue. If you grasp, pull, or rest on the drum, you will receive one warning. The second infraction results in a failure. If the mannequin does not completely cross the finish line, this constitutes a failure. The test time is concluded and you fail the agility test. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, for filling out the application, and considering coming to work for the Greenville City Fire Department. Good luck on the evaluation, good luck on the test, and we look forward to seeing you soon.